Hey gang, welcome back to another video. So I started off this week without an idea for a project, but as I was scrolling through photos on my phone, I was reminded of the themed sewer covers inside of Galaxy's Edge and thought that would make for a perfect vehicle to share with you an easy metal paint effect. So let's get into it. To most people, this is an ignored detail, but to me it's part of what makes Galaxy's Edge so good. The fact that Imagineering considered what sewer covers might look like on another planet shows the level of detail they'd considered when designing it. And so I thought I'd make one. I started off by recreating the design on my computer before sending it to my laser cutter to create both the design as well as a backing plate to give this replica cover a bit more heft. Once I had all of my pieces cut, I glued the two backing plates together and could get to aligning all of the pieces and gluing them in place. I realized as soon as I was doing this glue up that I could have used the design to create outlines on the backing plate so that I'd know exactly where everything should go. But at this point, it was better to move forward since the only real question is spacing between elements, and that one shouldn't be too hard to figure out. For this glue up, I'm using thin CA glue, since I already have the parts in place and I want to try and float it under the edges of the MDF rather than apply it to the bottom. Plus, when you've got multiple pieces, it makes a lot more sense to try it that way than to apply it to the bottom and hope you nail the positioning before the glue sets. After tracing almost the entire outline of the MDF with glue, I gave it a quick spray of Kicker to help the glue set up faster, and then it was on to sanding. For the most part, the edges were level and there wasn't anything that looked uneven, but there were a few blobs of CA glue that I knew would bug me if I didn't smooth them out now. So the entire piece got a quick sanding with 120 grit sandpaper, and then I used my small duster to get rid of any sawdust from the cover so that I could move on to texturing. To give this cover that sort of old-world cast iron look, I've added a bit of water to my acrylic modeling paste, and will use it not only to add texture, but also to hide the seam lines between the pieces of MDF and to seal the wood to prevent it from absorbing any of the paint. If you didn't have acrylic modeling paste, you could use baking soda mixed into a neutral color of acrylic paint to achieve a similar effect. I tried to brush on the paste as quickly as possible since it was a hot day, and as the paste started to dry, I could switch to a pouncing motion to start building up some of the texture in the finish. This was done in a few passes. As each layer dried, I would apply a bit more to areas where it needed it or where I could still see bare MDF. And when it looked like I'd coated everything and the texture looked how I wanted, I walked away to let it completely dry. Now that the cover is completely dry, I can move on to paint, starting with this copper-colored acrylic that I'll apply randomly across the surface. My intention is to have two different warm metal tones for this prop. So once I had the bronze worked around onto the surface, I added some gold metallic paint and worked the paints around to blend them into one another to give it a more interesting tone. I also use this as another opportunity to build up more texture by using the same pouncing motion with the paint. Because it's drying so quickly, I'm able to get a little bit of height out of it to really make the piece look crunchy. Once I was happy with how everything looked, I left it to dry for a bit and then I could get on to weathering it up. I imagine the recesses of the sewer cover would collect rainwater and whatever gross runoff that comes with cleaning the streets after tens of thousands of daily visitors. So I grabbed my tiny spray bottle and mixed in a bit of burnt umber paint with water and applied it to the surface. And when it was dry, I grabbed a foam roller and a charcoal metallic acrylic paint and lightly applied the paint to the raised portions of the cover. I'm shooting for partial coverage so that I can still see some of the warm bronze and gold paints underneath it. Think of it like a dry brush approach, but with a roller. At this point, I noticed I went a little heavier than I wanted, so I grabbed some of the same gold paint as before and added some of it back to the raised areas to bring more of that metal tone out in the finish. Once the paint was dry, I wanted to add one more little touch to the cover. I mixed up a bit of white acrylic with water in my tiny spray bottle and sprayed it over the surface to give it that look of calcium water staining. This is a really subtle effect, but I'm assuming that any of the water that dries on these covers in the real world will either be murky brown or white, so adding this little touch gives it a bit more realism and character to help drive home the overall effect. And with that out of the way, this project was done. Now this ended up being more of an idealized version of the sewer covers because they've all aged a little differently, but I hope this helped to simplify this old metal paint effect for you to use on a project of your own. That's going to do it for this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, but most importantly, go make something.